Last but definitely not least is Tomislav Haramustek, the Senior Product Owner at Sofascore. Tomislav's going to show you how Sofascore use Opta data to create powerful features that keep fans coming back time and time again. Please welcome up Tomislav.
Thanks. So thanks, Ben, for a nice introduction and for the opportunity to speak in front of these nice people. As you can see here on the slide, I'm also as Sofascore inspired by sports and driven by data, and that is actually why are we all here. It's about sports and the data. So first of all, I would like to answer the question from the slide. So what is Sofascore? We dare to say that Sofascore is the world's biggest stadium, and you're all invited, and you're all welcome to this stadium. Can I see some hands? How many of you are familiar with Sofascore or use Sofascore app? Oh, not bad, not bad. That's great. It's going to make my life a bit easier here. So, to support this claim of world's biggest stadium, I will share some numbers with you that you can see also here on the slides. We are covering 25 sports at the right moment, and this is going to increase in the future for sure because users are requesting additional and newly emerged sports, and we served all this data from these different sports to the joy of 25 million users each month. And when we sum all that up, it ends up with 1 million matches from all different sports that we cover on the yearly basis. Okay. So with all that being said, we are actually more than just a live score app. What we are trying to do and what we are trying to accomplish is to become a #1 sport platform through various approaches. One of the approaches that currently what we are doing right now and what most of you are familiar with, it's tailor-made for every fan. So you're able to follow your favorite team in the app and to get all the information about your favorite team. And the other aspect is actually to become more of a sports management platform through some business-to-business cooperations. It's called Sofascore Editor. So basically, in this way, we're trying to make the life easier for people who are actually managing lower tiers competitions and some local competitions. We help them to digitalize their whole administration, and yeah, they got the chance to have all the results and everything else within the Sofascore ecosystem, and they can reach all of these 25 million users every month. And we didn't stop there. We are also allowing users, our regular users, to contribute to these lower tier competitions via crowdsourcing. So today, we believe we are the leading provider of advanced sports insights with help of Opta data, and we are doing that in all our channels, so in our apps, on social networks, and for our media partners. And for let's say more casual fans, we are turning all this complex and immense amount of data into instant understanding for these more casual fans and club by using easy to understand visualizations and similar stuff. So just a bit of a touch on how we cooperate and deal with Opta. So we believe this is a perfect match because we both strive to become some sort of industry standard, to be the best in the business. And we see this cooperation as a quid pro quo relationship. So we benefited greatly from the fact that we are leveraging Opta data on a daily basis. And since it's live, it's low latency, and in timely fashion, our users return to us over and over again. And we believe that by providing all that to our users, we are a sort of a window to the world for Opta. So we are able to showcase what can be done in what way with with the data that Opta is collecting and serving to us. So nowadays we are covering over 150 football, soccer competitions live with all the features that are in our app. But so we started back in 2015. We started small. It was like just top competitions, Champions League and stuff like that. And from that point on, we are just going forward and expanding and deepening our great relationship and partnership. Before going into the details, how are we leveraging the Opta data, I would like to share a bit of a funny story, let's say. Back in 2015, we realized that one of the competitors has player ratings calculated based on the match performances, and we knew, okay, they got the data from Opta. Great, if we got the data from Opta, then we will have ratings also. But that was not the case. At that point, the ratings were not something that Opta offered. And then we realized, okay, we have to come up with something on our own. And so the Sofascore rating was born at that point in 2015. So, as I already said, we are not the first that we come up with in this live score app space, but we believe we are the best because we give it much more context and taking as much as possible data points from Opta as possible. And from 2015 till now, it has been constantly evolving. We have been improving it along with the Opta data. So every time Opta increases the coverage or improves increases the number of statistical data points available, we try to see and implement that into our own algorithm for rating calculation. Sofascore rating is by far the most important feature that we have. It's a basis for all other different features within our app. It's used both in social and in media partnership content that we are creating, and it's the thing for us in Sofascore. It was this whole thing was recognized by others also, because as a build-up for the World Cup 2022, we got the historical data from Opta. So in the same way as you do today for the top flight competitions, the guys delivered us with this detailed stats for all the World Cups since 1966, when England won there only. So we calculated the ratings for all the players in the matches from all World Cups since 1966 up till today, and that was a great chance for everybody to compare the ratings and the performances in a standardized way between Bobby Charlton, Pele, and Messi, Ronaldo nowadays. Of course, it's not all about the rating, but it's the most important one. But let's touch upon some other things also. So it's the next thing is attack momentum. I believe we were the first one to introduce it to white audience. Of course, nowadays it's used quite often, and it's used by all, not all, but almost all our competitors. And this is actually a very good insight into the development of the match. So you don't need to watch the whole game, but if you look at this visualization, you get the feeling how the things went during the match. So you can see the shift of the momentum due to certain events. Here are depicted goals, and how those change the course of actions. And actually, you don't need to scroll through different statistical categories and see, okay, from this minute, from that minute, blah, blah, blah. We actually do that for you. And you have the perfect insight in what was happening in the match. And this visualizations is quite often used by our media partners. So our media partnership team uses it quite a lot in the editorial content that they are preparing for our media partners, and it's actually a great way for us to promote ourselves as a leading data insights provider. The next thing is, let's go a bit more deeper in the stats and to leverage even more things that we have from Opta. It's maps. So the first of them is heat map. So this is a great way to showcase what the actual position player plays at. It combines all the on the ball actions, and it can be, here you can see on the slide, it's an example of Lucas heat map across the season, but this is also available for the particular match to see where were all the on the ball actions for the certain player. Actually, we use it also internally when we coming up with our team of the week, which is based on the Sofascore rating. But when guys are not quite sure at which position to put the player, because lineups says one thing, and when you look at the heat map, okay, he didn't play in the middle, he was actually on the right side. So we use also that for coming up with the team of the week. The next thing is also shot map. So this is a bit of an interactive thing. So you can select any of the shot of the team or player and to see the actual trajectories and where it ended up. You have clear distinction here what shots were goals, what were on the target, and what were blocked or missed the target. And this is also the shot map that is quite interesting when it comes to penalty shootout. And it's even useful for professional goalkeepers, because it is good information when you are facing the penalty shootout. You can check how certain players are taking their penalties. Last but not least, it's what we call the attribute overview. It can be, it is also known as a player radars or something like that. It can have 5, 6, 8 vertices. It can represent the absolute values, the percentiles, or whatever. But in the nutshell, this enables for easier player comparison, because you have like at the same chart the overall abilities of a certain players, and then you can overlap these two shapes and see which of the players is better. Actually, This is not the first. I mean, we are definitely not the first that come up with this. I saw that for the first time like over 20 years ago in Football Manager. And nowadays, EA Sports is doing quite a fuss about it in their FC24 games. They have like 6 vertices because they have like physical aspect of the players. And yeah, it seems like a nice feature to have, and it can be pretty engaging. So let's take a bit of a look into the future, what the future brings to us, what are we planning to do, and how we plan to expand our partnership with Opta. So, of course, we want to constantly work on the existing features that we have, come up with maybe improved visualizations and stuff like that. We are looking to introduce even some kind of a premium level features and visualizations, because we believe we have a user that are willing to engage with that. And of course, we want to be up to date with industry and leverage all the new types of data that will pop up, especially tracking data and stuff like that. Some key points to take from this presentation is, as we saw throughout the presentation, sometimes it's not about being the first with something, but it's about to be the best, but still on time. One of the biggest IT companies that we all familiar with is actually doing this kind of, has this kind of approach, and they're actually the best in the business, to be honest. And another thing is, we had like in the morning a session about visualization, and yeah, that I believe that is the key, because there's a more and more data coming, but for some not so into details fan, you need to have like nice visualization and easy to understand presentation of all of these complex data. So visualization is something that we put a lot of stress on, and we are trying to improve all our visual elements and graphics that we have. That's it. We have. Thanks.